All right, welcome to another GameItAll.com live. This is Lucas Grimm.
Hey, what up? I'm Pino25.
And I'm Rick.
No,
I got the shortest name here. I'm Lucas Grimm. I'm Pino25. I'm Rick.
No, he's Sexy Voice Rick from the Tech Show.
Sexy Voice Rick.
Sexy Voice Rick.
Oh,
there we
go.
That's better.
What a good time.
So this is the podcast for...
Got there, Jeremy.
Fuck's sakes. This is the podcast for April 4th. And, yeah, let's get into it, because there's quite a bit of news that happened over the last week. And one of them, a lot of it's centering around one major game. And we're going to get into that. But first, let's get into the smaller stuff here first.
Yeah.
One of the big things that happened is that Temco Koei announced that Romance of the Three Kingdoms is coming back to the U.S. after an 8-year hiatus.
See, I have no sweet fucking clue what that is at all.
Really? Like, it's probably one of the most famous strategy games ever made.
No?
It's, you know, Dynasty Warriors, but strategy.
Oh, yeah, that was on the PS2. Yeah, I know.
All right. That
yeah.
was on everything, but it skipped the PS3.
Yeah, it was, it has a very weird art style, I have to say.
Oh, yeah. It's still really, like, as I said, that's the best way I can describe it to people that don't know what it is that it's Dynasty Warriors with RTS.
Well, yeah.
Our strategy play. So, yeah. That was an 8 years hiatus, though. So we've missed out on one of them. So this is Romance of the Three Kingdoms 13. We missed 12. And that never reached our North America at all. Which...
That shit happens. It's... Yeah.
Yeah. But...
Day in the life.
We haven't seen, sadly.
Yeah, it's day in the life crap, you know.
Welcome to North America.
We are getting 14, and 14 does look amazing, especially if you're a fan of this type of series. Obviously, these two aren't. But
what?
You know,
in my defense, I haven't owned a console since...
It's also on PC.
Ever. Oh, well, I'm sorry.
Where's your defense now? You know who you'll need for an attorney?
I only play manly games.
You know who you'll need for an attorney? Phoenix Wright.
Well, yeah.
Because his anime came out earlier this weekend.
Did you see the frickin' Daredevil thing with the box?
Yes, that April Fool's joke.
Oh my god, that was amazing. It was purely beautiful.
Ace Attorney, Hell's Kitchen.
Oh my god, it was the best. It was the greatest. And I'm like, I want that.
But yeah, the Ace Attorney, the anime, is now out for streaming. You can actually watch it on Crunchyroll right now. And watch the first episode. It's not bad. It's very faithful to what the games were. But it's not a very pretty anime to say.
So let me guess. There's a lot of pointing.
Lots of pointing,
and lots of yelling. Lots
of pointing. Lots of take that and objections.
That's all right. That's exactly what I expect from that kind of.
That's what we expect from
Ace Attorney. Yeah, because he's pointing and yelling and going. You know, that's not expecting anything else. I'm fine. It's like if they'd make a Disgaea anime or something. I'd expect, what's their face?
They did do a Disgaea anime.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. Like I'd expect what's her name? The chick there, the bitch.
Really?
Oh fuck, I'm blanking.
You are blanking out on one of your favorite games.
Shut up! I'm tired. I had a long day today. I'm exhausted.
I give that too in his defense.
There's a Trini.
During the Talking Shit podcast, not Talking Shit, but Tech Talk on Saturday, I forgot Jeremy and Corey's name before we started. I was just sitting here like, what's her name again?
That's okay.
Hey,
during our meeting yesterday, I forgot one of the people worked with us.
Yeah, that was a good. Our Tech Talk was a good episode.
That was a great one.
Yep.
We need more Tesla news. I love car talk.
Now, also, just to blow through the rest of the news so that we can get to the bigger stuff again.
Yes.
We have Team Ninja's Neo. That is actually getting a playable demo. This game has been described as Ninja Gaiden meets Dark Souls. So I'm very interested to see what exactly that's going to play like.
So Ninja Gaiden on the original Xbox.
Yeah, only slower slightly, from what I'm seeing or reading. But yeah, it looks like it's going to be good. That demo is coming out April 26th on PS4.
Cool.
Also, we have. Actually, I think that's the last on my list here. Man, I thought I had like 5 or 6 things to write about on here, but
All right.
Oh yes, no, there is one more thing. There was a big acquisition that happened this weekend. Well, already happened, but it finalized. Sega and Atlas are now completely under one roof. So
Yes.
Sega, for all future games, which includes Persona 5, Sega will be the publisher of any Atlas games. So this is a overall finalization, but the teams at both Sega and Atlas say that this is not something to worry about. Both teams are working on their own stuff, and in fact, it is actually more of a beneficial because Atlas is the team that has been helping the push for like games like Yakuza over to stateside.
Yeah, like don't get me wrong, Sega Japan is still an amazing company. Sega America in Europe, not so much, but Sega Japan is still awesome. So I'm pretty sure we'll be fine. Because Sega of America, all I can think of is Sonic at the damn Olympics. Because that crap. So
let's move on to the big event. There was Wednesday. I completely forgot this event was actually happening until it started happening, to be honest. Mainly because we first knew that the uncovered Final Fantasy 15 press event was going to happen like 2 months in advance, and then nothing else about it. No reminders or anything.
Yeah.
And then just during the day, there was leaks about information about Final Fantasy 15 that were occasionally given out, and Square, I felt sorry for Square because they were like, well, people were already tweeting at them that, well, now that there's a leak, you guys should save money and not do the event.
Press event.
And it's like, well, no, we have other stuff to announce, and they use the hashtag please be excited. That was kind of sad to me. I was like, oh, come on. I have to watch this now.
Yeah,
no
but
matter
you know what? Their freaking E3 event sucks.
Well, we get into E3 later because this event is pretty much should be what they should do for their E3.
They Americanized their event.
Well, yes, they had Greg Miller and honestly, I don't know the other guy, both from Kind of Funny.
Okay.
And they were the hosts, and they got to really bring their comedy over to the event, so that was great.
Cool.
And like Greg Miller, like I don't remember if you watched the I think it was the Game Awards this year. He was actually nominated for a voice award. Just 1 second. Game of the Year or Game Awards 2015. I'm going to double check that.
But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, give me just a few seconds here. Was not Best Fan.
Best Entertainer.
Trending Gamer.
Okay.
Yeah, and he was the winner, and like he really did bring his comedy over, and it worked out pretty well for that. Now,
Yeah.
there was a lot of announcements. First off, we had a new trailer, which was fucking amazing looking. We got to see some of the summons, some boss battles, a very, very nice rendition of Stand By Me from Florence and the Machine.
Yes.
Like, that, I don't think that song could get any better now that we heard the Final Fantasy tune in the background of it. That song is forever ruined for me now.
Yeah.
But yeah, really nice rendition of that. Plus, we got to see more stuff about the characters. The announcement of a 5-part anime that is the first part is available now on both YouTube and Crunchyroll, and it's actually really good. I was surprised on that side. Then we also have a upcoming movie, which stars Sean Ben and Aaron Paul, called Kingsglaive Final Fantasy 15. Looks to be it's a prequel based around the main character's father. Full CGI, full theater length. Apparently going to be available on all streaming services, or on some streaming services, and will be available to be paid for on Blu-ray.
Okay.
Plus, it will also be available on all the collector's editions of the game. So,
awesome.
One way or another, you can get this full feature-length film with your game.
That's a great add-on.
It's really good, and the whole thing with these add-ons, Square said that this is to prevent having to do multiple games in the same series. They're going to make the multi-universe of the game, and then throw that at us to be like, here you go. Don't expect Final Fantasy 15-2, 15-3.
Good.
We're not doing what we did with 13. Is pretty much what they're saying.
Well, essentially 13 and 10. Good for them for sticking with their formula of everything that came before.
Exactly.
So don't fuck around. They're doing fine. And we have a confirmed date of September 30th. So,
September 30th. So September 30th, 2016, we have Final Fantasy 15 for both PS4 and Xbox One.
Yes.
We also had a demo, by the way. We forgot to mention about the demo.
Yeah, you probably saw it on the interwebs.
Already, yes. The thing is about this news, this was such a big event that we're just pretty much recapping everything that happened at this point.
Yeah, there was a crap
People
load.
already know what happened at the event. They either watched it or they got all the information back. But the Platinum demo, awesome demo from what I played. I really wish they would have explained more of the combat, but...
No, don't ruin it. You gotta wait for the 30th.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, you're pretty much waiting for the 30th to get the full taste. But from what we had, it's awesome. That Platinum demo really helped with it, explain what they were going for.
Yep.
And just kind of left it at that.
Did they say anything about Kingdom Hearts? Or is
No.
That's still up? I'm guessing. I have a feeling that Kingdom Hearts is going to come out in February or March of next year.
We're going to get... I'm sure that it's going to be part of the E3. So whether or not Square actually does an E3 event, hopefully they do it like this. I think they've learned from what happened at E3.
E3, it's going to essentially be them showing off FF15. They're going to be showing off something for 14 and FF7, Deus Ex, whenever that releases. And probably more Kingdom Hearts, and I'm guessing they're going to be releasing Kingdom Hearts in February or March.
If you have to make a prediction, yeah.
Because they don't want to bundle it together too much, so they want to separate it, and yeah, it'll be awesome. I'm excited.
So there is one thing. Despite all this awesome news, there's no news about PC, and that's not to say that you don't count it out. The PC,
No news is good news sometimes.
yeah. When they didn't say that there was no PC port being done, it's not in development.
It takes time.
The main thing that they wanted to focus on was the PS4, Xbox One. Once they're done with that, there is a chance they'll move on to PC and go through.
Well,
it's a possibility, but not definite yet.
Well, it's a lot easier for them to do it this time around because they're running on PC hardware this time around compared to 13 and 13.2 and Lightning Return and yada yada yada. That they already ported those and had no problems. So this time around, they will have no problems to port it over because it's already on a PC platform.
Yeah, exactly.
So
yeah, that's pretty much it.
So yeah, I do need to buy a new console before September.
Yeah, well, definitely. You have that. You have Uncharted.
And that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's it.
Really? That's it? Like, I mean, Bloodborne, Dark Souls.
Well, you can play those on PC.
No, I can get Dark Souls on PC. Bloodborne, okay. No. So there's Bloodborne, FF, Uncharted. That's it.
Ratchet and Clank.
Oh yeah, but that's only $50. That's a bargain.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Oh,
that works.
And I do actually have a reason to pick up the 4K PS4.
Oh, really?
Because of the hard drive. Because you cannot buy a 1 terabyte system at the moment.
Oh, okay. So it's going to be a 1 terabyte hard drive.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be a 1 terabyte, and if I'd want to put in a 1 terabyte hard drive in a PS4, it would cost me an extra $100. Because to get a 1 terabyte hard drive, 5400 RPM drive, it's $100. And if I want to get a 7400 RPM, it's like $200. If I want to get a good one. So yeah, it's only because of the hard drive. Because 500 gigs is not acceptable, in my opinion. But continue.
Yeah. So let me just see here. That's pretty much everything that we had for Final Fantasy 15 as well. Man, we were just blowing through the news this time.
Well, let's talk about how the game played, like the comparison to Kingdom Hearts.
Okay. The comparison to Kingdom Hearts, it's definitely there. I mean, playing through that, the combat, like how the sword was swung, how everything really moved as in terms of what we're seeing from the Platinum demo.
Yeah.
It is very similar to the Kingdom Hearts games. However, there's a few differences.
Well, it's still Final Fantasy.
It's still Final Fantasy. Now, where... crap, I can't remember the guy's name now because I wanted to say Roxas because we're talking Final Fantasy. You son of a bitch. Knew that would happen, too. You son of a bitch.
Wow. You know, when you have your enemies and your guy jumping around that has the same animation style as, Kingdom Hearts, and the same, everything moves like the Keyblade when he's hitting shit. It's the same shit. Nothing's new.
Yeah, it's really the same, like... How do I put it?
It's a super pretty version of Kingdom Hearts.
At this point, yes. It does feel like that. Like the major thing with this is that one of the cool features is that he has the ability to grab weapons out of thin air and just use it. Now, with that, the way that's done is by selecting which power you want with the arrow keys or the directions. And with the D-pad, after you pick up which one you want to use, you can start swinging your sword. The same thing goes with your magic on that. So your magic is actually locked to whatever you want it to be selected to for a quick access.
Yeah.
And with that, it becomes more of a, where do I want to aim it? Here it is, fire. And it works out well. Like, it does work really well. The thing I noticed with the demo, just based off a Platinum demo, is that there's a limited amount of use for each spell. And it's not based off of MP. So it seems like it feels more like your magic is an item. And that's going to be different for a lot of players, I think.
Well, it's probably going to be upgradable. You know what I mean?
More than likely. I mean, it's hard to say.
Yeah, it'll probably be like higher level you are, the more like range you'll have, or the more power, the more the more damage it does, or the more this or that. So, the more you play.
The talent tree for your skills would be nice too.
Mm.
Yeah,
the more you level up, you can choose to do more AoE damage or more range. Like you mentioned, just you level up, get more choices to customize.
Yeah, the whole like leveling up system in 13 was so complex. Let's just go with complex.
Okay, yeah, I barely touched 13, to be honest.
It was this weird thing that you could like move. It was bizarre. I was not a big fan. It was too complicated for its own good, and but the game was beautiful. That was it. The game was pretty as all fuck.
Yeah, that's true.
And the black guy had a chocobo.
That's what you're going to go with.
What? He had an adorable chocobo.
He did have a chocobo. I actually enjoyed the chocobos in 15 from based what we've seen off the trailer.
Yeah.
Because he was drifting a chocobo. It was great.
Drifting a chocobo. See, I haven't seen the trailer, but that sounds amazing. I'll have to check it out.
Well, chocobos are adorable.
The last Final Fantasy game I played that had a chocobo was Final Fantasy V on the SNES.
You mean 6?
Yes. No, 5.
5, yeah.
Although 6 did have a chocobo if you got to the desert, when you first get to the desert castle. But, yeah, no, 5 had a chocobo in it.
Oh, yeah.
And 5 was
like in the beginning. I don't know if you got it back. I don't remember if you got it back. But you had it in the beginning.
I don't remember. It's been forever since I played.
Oh, yeah, man, I've been since high school. Like, I played the emulator. Or the...
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back in the day when we were pirates.
Pirates.
Don't
Well, I mean, it's not pirating.
Don't you own the?
It's my way of playing it on break at school.
True.
Yeah.
That also true.
I own it on the PS1, so that's where my discs are at.
Anyways, so overall, I'm not sure what the upgrade system's going to be like.
We'll find out.
Yeah, we'll find out when the game's launched, because the Platinum beta only went into more of a tech demo area, where it was like, oh, hey, this is how pretty the game is, and if you collect all these things, it makes this thing happen, which is pretty. Oh, and you can go fights. Look how pretty our animation is.
Yeah, but what do you expect from Final Fantasy?
I'm not expecting much more than that. That's actually exactly what I was expecting from it.
Yeah.
So, before we move on to our next topic, I'd like to thank our sponsor for the show. Our sponsor tonight is HostGator. HostGator is one of the leading providers of hosting VMS and dedicated hosting services. And they are also what we're using to power GameItAll.com. So if you're looking to build a WordPress site just to keep up with your own personal blog or anything like that, I definitely recommend these guys.
You want to migrate your site to their platform?
Well, yeah, and also if you want to do that as well. And also, because of that, we are offering a 25% discount for your first hosting package. So all you have to do is go to HostGator.com, use the coupon code GameItAll.com, or just GameItAll, sorry. Use the coupon code GameItAll.
At checkout.
At checkout, of course.
Yeah.
And you'll get 25% off your first hosting package.
And just to clarify, that's any package, not just the 1 month. It's all the
it's
packages.
any package. So if you want to go a year, 1 month, whatever, your first hosting package, 25% off.
So you could save a crap load of money on your first package. Wink,
Exactly.
wink.
All right, so moving on, we got to talk about what the next big thing that happened last week. This has been on everyone's minds. Everyone's been talking about it. It blew up the internet. We got to talk about butts.
What? Sex tapes? Yeah.
Big butts.
They
No.
cannot lie.
Horrible.
Oh yeah.
Now, I'm just bringing up the exact information with this, but what it was is Overwatch, which is coming out very soon in
Month and a half?
month and a half now.
Yeah, it's coming out in May.
So in a month and a half, the game's coming out. It's still in open beta or closed beta right now. So Blizzard is going through getting all this awesome stuff ready for it. But they had to remove something due to what originally looked to be a fan complaint. And that was the Tracer victory animation of showing her butt. And that pose, the thing is, it's such a generic pose that I really am surprised that people were mad about it, to be honest. It's just her holding her guns like this, only backwards, and, she's in tights.
Did they not see any Japanese fighting games?
I hope they didn't.
Like,
'Cause
seriously.
I kind of hope they didn't, because that just seemed to be like, you're getting mad about this. I hate to see what happens if you saw Ivy. Jeez.
Yeah, or even Chun-Li.
Okay, sure. Even Chun-Li. I mean, I would have went for Cammy first, but...
Oh, yeah, well, yeah.
We're talking butts, I mean. But, yeah, so what we had here was a fan brought this up to Blizzard's attention in the forums, and he mentioned that the way that he described it was more about building a character, like how that Tracer is supposed to be quirky, funny, and kind of, tomboyish in a way. And you get the butt screen, and that, what does that do? Does that make her like is she showing her butt? Is she saying kiss my ass? Is she saying, like, is she just being just another bland female sex symbol, apparently, is what they were trying to aim at. But it's not. Like, this is, to me, the pose, which I'm going to find the pose so I can screen share that. Just a second here. You gotta watch out when I'm typing into Google Image, because this is gonna backfire on me so bad.
Oh, more than likely.
Google isn't too bad, though. If you really want to get naughty pictures on a search engine, use MSN. Use Bing.
Ooh, Bing.
Let's not use Bing. Let's
Bing
never
is
use Bing.
Dirty.
Bing for nudity. That's why it's so dirty.
Here we go. This pose.
That's it.
This is the butt pose.
That's actually, like, really, that's what people are complaining about? That's what a person is complaining about?
This is what, well, after the first complaint happened, it just rolled.
I mean, have they not seen people wearing leggings nowadays?
That's the thing. That was my going to be my argument. When you're wearing leggings, you're pretty much wearing it to show off the butt, to be honest. Just, like, I'm not alone in thinking this.
Everyone.
It accentuates the ass.
Dude, I work in a kitchen in a restaurant, and the waitresses in front all wear leggings, and it's the greatest job in the world just because of it.
I mean, yeah, sure. But yeah, that's the pose that everyone's getting angry about. And it's not even the worst pose in the game. Like,
No.
there are much worse. But like, I get what he was originally trying to convey with mentioning that the game, her character is more of a quirky, fun type character. But when I see this pose, the pose tells me it's like, haha, you suck, kiss my ass.
Yeah, classic.
That's what that pose gives me.
Classic game. You know, it makes me think of classic PS1, PS2 stuff.
It doesn't make me visualize her sexually or anything. To be honest. And I really don't know how that pose could. I mean, I'm sure there's somebody that could, but like, just to be honest, I mean.
Well, I mean, anyone who's never dated, I guess, could see that sexually. That's it, you know. Like,
now
that's coming out wrong.
Yeah, now, like, with all that, like,
it's
perverts in general is just what, that's what kills it, right?
Yeah, because I see that, I just see another character. That's it.
Yeah, I see. Oh, like I said, kiss my ass. You failed.
Yeah, like, just go into third person in World of Warcraft and look at Blood Elf walking around. I mean, it's gonna be wearing a lot less clothes. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
And that's still Blizzard.
That's still Blizzard. There you go.
So, with that, Blizzard did remove the pose. They removed that animation, and that brought a lot of backfire to Blizzard, obviously. And they came back with a message saying that it wasn't just that caused them to remove it. It wasn't just pandering or anything like that would cause them to remove that type of content from the game. They were also just generally not happy with it.
Yeah.
And they're like, it didn't fit the character. It wasn't what we wanted to do for the game. So we wanted to get rid of it, and that was kind of like the perfect moment, is when somebody brought up this complaint. It's like, well, hey, we wanted to get rid of it, and that's our sign.
Yeah, we were able to fix it.
I mean, hearing that explanation from them does give me a little bit more respect on the whole idea. But at the same time, I feel like it's something that it really could have been handled better. I think that's the whole problem with this, is that it was a situation that probably could have been handled better instead of just removing it right off. Like, how it happened is that they removed the animation, mentioned that they removed it, and everything like that, but they didn't really go into definition of why. If that would have happened earlier, I think this whole, as they call it, Tracergate, it would have been avoided. And it's like when I mentioned about the Ubisoft incident where Assassin's Creed Unity had no female characters, and they went and they fought that argument and lost horribly, and then Rockstar has the same argument. Why is there no female characters in GTA 5's story mode? And they went and said, that's not the story we're portraying here.
And they won.
That's all they had to say. That's literally everything that they had to say, and it was fine.
To give credit to GTA here, though, it doesn't matter what you say about them, they'll always win.
Oh yeah, no, that's the thing.
You want more female characters? Here, have a stripper that's always half naked.
Well, it's Dan Houser. That's it.
Yeah, he pretty much doesn't give a fuck.
Well, yeah, he's the motherfucker that does not give a rat's ass because, he's been fighting, what's the lawyer's name?
Jack Thompson.
He's been fighting him for years, so...
I have a hard time remembering a lot of people's names. Jack Thompson is one of those ones that I don't. And he's even disbarred now. Like, no one's heard of him for, like, years.
Yeah, a couple of years now.
I mean, the only reason
have no
anybody.
idea.
What was that, Rick?
I have no idea who he is.
He's
Like
the
from
lawyer.
what you just said, I just figured out he's a lawyer and he hates gaming. That's all I
He's
figured
the
out.
lawyer that went against GTA 3 and up
and
to
Vice
now.
City and San Andreas.
And up to now. He's been going after...
He was the lawyer that went after Rockstar for violent portrayals because of the kid that ended up killing a bunch of people. I forget which kid this is, and blamed it on GTA.
Yeah.
And
That
he
just
was
sounds
like,
bad parenting to me.
"Oh no, yeah," but instead of it being dealt with on the kid's side, it was brought up to be, oh, we're going to blame the video game company because they made that content, which drove them to do it, to make them think it was okay. And, you know, that brought up the whole bullshit that we experienced throughout the early 2000s with the PS2 era and everything.
Well, and also the early 90s with the creation of the ESRB and Mortal Kombat and stuff like that also.
Yeah, it didn't have anything to do with that part.
No, but it was the same kind of battle.
Exactly. So, yeah, that was the whole thing on that, and he ended up getting disbarred after so many years of fighting Rockstar. And the reason why he got disbarred was amazing. It was because he showed gay porno in the court.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he showed gay porn in court, and that got him disbarred because it had nothing to do with the trial. Last I heard, if I remember right on this.
Wait, what? So was this like part of his case, or was he just troll and accidentally showed the wrong video?
I'm pretty sure that was part of his case. That's the reason why he got disbarred.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and it wasn't like that wasn't even one that was against Rockstar or anything. It's just, here you go, and then the judge is like, "Are you fucking crazy?"
Wait a minute. Was it the Lost in the damn DLC?
It was not the Lost in the damn DLC. It wasn't even a case against Rockstar or any video games. It was a different case, but because of that, he got disbarred.
Cylinder-shaped penises. All right, let's continue.
Speaking of which, in GTA 5, you guys know the by the harbor, the cylinders that look like tits.
It's been a while since I last hopped in on GTA 5, so I'm not.
Like the industrial park area next to the harbor.
Okay, yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Well, when I first started playing the game, the first thing I did was get a helicopter, parachute to the top of one, and dry humped it. Well, not dry humping, the air humping, the thrusting.
All right, let's continue on.
That's everything I had for the show, like, as of news for the show tonight.
You just gotta end with a bang, right?
Yeah, I just gotta end with, like, a disappointment.
With a disappointment. Well, in my defense, my friends were trying to kill me in a plane. And I just wanted to make it interesting for him. Oh, look, there he is.
I guess.
Just air thrusting on top of a nipple. There you go.
So, let's see. New games that are out this week. First of all, we got our PS Plus free game, Dead Star, for PS4.
Yep.
Enter the Gungeon for Windows, Mac, Linux, and PS4. Job Simulator for the Vive.
That's wrong.
Job Simulator. What?
That is wrong.
For the Vive. So it's for the jobless neckbeard who wants a real life experience.
So
I live in my mama's basement.
We also have Skullgirls Second Encore coming to PS Vita tomorrow. Cool. And that is also cross-buy with the PS4 version.
Cool.
Also, the big game of the week is Quantum Break, the Xbox One killer app from Remedy.
The PC killer app that's also on the Xbox One.
Yeah, sure. Okay. So, the game, early reviews of Quantum Break have been amazing from what I've been reading. Actually, I gotta find it funny. I gotta mention this. All the publications that I've looked at, like Polygon, Kotaku, all these places, they weren't necessarily shitting on the game, but they weren't expecting a lot of good from it. The group that was more like GameSpot. GameSpot was expecting a lot from it, obviously, and was doing nothing but good stuff when talking about it. So the reviews come out from everyone from Destructoid, Polygon, Kotaku, pretty much, well, aside from Kotaku, gave it an 8. So really good, kind of a must-play game, especially if it's up your alley. GameSpot, after giving all this high praise and everything, gave it a 6.5.
That's a douchebag move.
I feel like that was a douchebag move.
That is shady shit.
But that was amazing at the same time. I'm just like, this is wow. Because all the other publications was like, I don't know if this is going to work or if this is going to be any good at all.
What was their cons with it that they said this is
mediocre gunplay. They didn't like the fact that we had to get the full story from watching a TV show.
Yeah, there was a lot of... You had to download all the freaking cutscenes. They weren't included on the disc, which is stupid. You think everything would be bundled on the disc.
But, once again, this is Remedy that's doing it, first off.
I know.
So, I hear mediocre gunplay from Remedy, and I'm like, are you sure you played the right game?
Yeah, but they weren't playing... I'm sorry, but they weren't playing,
What?
You're not playing Max Payne.
No, if you want to play Max Payne, go pick up Max Payne and play Max Payne.
But at the same time, yeah, it is a shooter with,
Yeah. Well, the gunplay in Alan Wake wasn't... Well, there wasn't really gun... You had flashlight.
Gunplay was different for Alan Wake, and that's a good thing because it was a horror game.
Yeah, well, it was like... Yeah.
It
was like playing a novel. Yeah. It was great.
Let me just double check something. Okay, so also later this week, for the iOS and Android, we have a new Kingdom Hearts game, Kingdom Hearts Unchained X, and that is on the 7th. This was recently announced, so I'm not 100% sure what it is exactly. But okay, apparently it's set before the Keyblade War. So yeah. Should be interesting,
cool.
especially to carry over to the iOS and Android.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
It's probably going to be a similar chain of memory style game, but we'll see.
You think it would have just went to like the 3DS or the Vita?
Yeah, we'll see how it's going to turn out on that side.
Yeah.
No pricing or anything given as of yet from the information.
I'm guessing like $7 or $8.
Probably. All right. Well, and that is actually the show, the Game It All Live for today. Up next will be the Talking Shit podcast. Now, Talking Shit I'm going to mention this on both shows right now. If you noticed the last couple weeks, the Game It All Live has been a little bit rushed. We actually apologize on that. It's actually going to be a lot more focused out, smoothed out now, because we are going to be moving Talking Shit over to Sundays bi-weekly with Noobs Play. So
and I'm done!
So yeah, that means everything's going to be a lot smoother with both the podcasts, and everything should be good.
Yep. You'll only have to endure a shit show every other week.
Exactly. All right then. And for Game It All Live, I'm Lucas Grimm.
Hey, what up? I'm Peanut25.
And I'm Sexy Voice Rick.
Oh yeah, he did it.
There we go. Yes.
I I should do a whole episode like this, just up close to my mic, real nice and quiet.
we're gonna be talking shit after, so we can just keep the voices going. Oh yeah, bring it.
Yeah, I'm gonna be talking shit all night.
Bring it, brah brah.
This is horrible. Anyways, I feel like I say that at least once per podcast now.
All right, let's end this.
All right.
Good night.
Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook. Links down below.
Leave a comment.
You guys have a great night, and see you guys later.
Yeah, what up?